So, in this morning's video, I'd love to share with you a topic that means a lot to me. It's called the power of self image. Now, if my iPad in front of me, I have some notes taken down, and just want to ask you the question. Have you ever wondered why two people will be in the same occupation, the same job, they have maybe the same education, the same training, even the same opportunities, and completely end up with completely opposite results? One earns maybe 5 or 6 figures, the other one barely gets by. One enjoys rich, fulfilling relationships, the other keeps repeating cycles of heartbreak. One seems confident and decisive, and yet the other one hesitates, doubts, and holds back. So, do we ever ask, why does this happen? Because it's not about luck. The difference is it's what's called self image. And each and every one of us possess a self image. Because here's the truth, you and I can never consistently perform in a way that it is consistent to how we see ourselves. So the line that I learned a long time ago was that we can change our self-image, but we can never outperform it. Now, what does that statement truly mean to each and every one of us? For me, I would be asking, have I become the person that I intended to become? Have I acted? Have I thought? Have I behaved like the person that I intend to become? A statement that I wrote down here from the late great Jim Rohn. He once said, being less than you can be, trying less than you can try, somehow damages your mind and damages your self-image. And these are really wise words, I feel, from Jim. But let me share a story that I'd heard before. I thought it was really powerful, simple but powerful. It said it years ago that there was a young man, his name was David. He was incredibly gifted, he was smart, he was charismatic, and he was talented. But every time he got a promotion, he basically blew it. He would turn up late. He would be not getting to meet clients on time, or not following up with clients, or he'd make excuses that he just wasn't ready. And eventually he admitted something really deep down, that he didn't see himself worthy of leadership. So David's self-image was stuck really as an employee, not as a leader. Everyone else could see those leadership qualities in him. They could see the potential, but he couldn't really rise to what he saw of himself. But David's story is not unique. All of us live in it. All of us live in it in different ways. But that's why today I'd like to just expand some more on the power of self-image and how it directly impacts things like our income, our relationships, our employment, every single way of life. So really, what is self-image? Let us start with a really simple definition. Your self-image is a mental picture of how you hold yourself. It's an internal, I should say, thermostat. It is an internal thermostat that sets the temperature of your life. So you might consciously say that I'm successful, I'm confident, I'm disciplined, I'm motivated, I'm focused, all those things. But if you don't believe it deep down in your subconscious, it isn't ever going to happen to you, because your results will always match that deeper picture. No, there was a phenomenal author years ago, and a doctor by the name of Dr. Maxwell Maltz. I've written this down here, which I thought was powerful. He's a great book, which I'm trying to study at the moment, called Psycho-Cybernetics. And it states that the self-image sets the boundaries of the individual accomplishment. Now think about that. It means that the limits you bump up against in your income, in your relationships, in your employment, in your happiness, none of these things are outside of you, but they're in you. They're in you internally. Powerful lines given by a phenomenal author. That was Dr. Maxwell Maltz. But he also stated that there's two levels that we need to look on. There's the conscious self-image, or the conscious mind, and the subconscious self-image, which would be the subconscious mind. And here's the kicker. You will always act like the person that you believe yourself to be. But how does self-image shape our income? So let's talk about money for a second, because this is the one that was affecting me. We don't really earn what we want. We earn what we believe we're worth. So I once knew a woman, her name was Sarah, and she was brilliant at what she did, but she always undercharged for years. Now I could see that her content was quality, the product that she was offering was phenomenal quality, the skills that she said were phenomenal, but she just didn't have that right self-image. She felt that she wasn't valuable enough, and her self-image had said that to her. It said, I'm not valuable enough. And she actually, her income mirrored what she truly believed. So that's the question I'm trying to pose to you today. Like, if it's income that's affecting you, you have to really believe that you're worth the particular income that you want to receive in your life. Because if you don't believe it deep down, if you don't believe that in your core, in the subconscious area of your mind, you're never going to create that income that you truly want. Now, compare Sarah's story to somebody who believes that they're a very high value professional. We all know them. They walk differently, they think differently, they act differently, they negotiate differently. And really, life responds accordingly to each and every one of us. Now, here's a little exercise. Take 30 seconds and write down right now maybe what you want to bring into your life monthly, what you believe that you deserve, and would the number really truly reflect your potential, or would it really reveal your current self-image? And for most people, it's the latter. It was for me at one stage. It was definitely the latter. So we also can look at that's one area where it affects our income, but let's look at our relationships. Like we can teach others how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. But your self-image can say that I'm not lovable or I don't deserve respect. What will happen there? You'll get that level of lack of self-respect. You'll tolerate poor treatment towards yourself. You'll tolerate toxic friendships, even neglect. Why? Because deep down again in your subconscious mind, you believe that that's the level that you're at the moment. But on the flip side, when your self-image changes, when it's strong, when it's naturally, and it feels good, it feels right, you attract healthier, more empowering relationships because you've set a higher standard. You believe in your subconscious mind that you're at a particular standard and this is what you particularly want in a relationship. So you'll attract that right relationship that you want. It affects every areas in our lives. Look, I have a friend, Amanda, and she was found herself in a relationship where she felt overlooked. She'd go out with different people who didn't call back, they didn't commit, they didn't show up. And why? Because she thought, I'm not lucky enough. I don't think anyone's going to be interested in me at all. And that was Amanda's self-image. But when she worked on herself, she started seeing her own value, her own relationships transformed. She stopped settling, and soon enough, she attracted the right person that really, really cherished her. And the only thing that really changed for Amanda was the picture that she had inside her head for the person that she truly wanted to be with. Again, it came down to self-image. But self-image really affects that every area in our life. So let's widen that lens a small bit. Self-image just doesn't affect money or love. It touches every single thing. Let's look at health. If you see yourself as a kind person, but you're always out of shape, you unconsciously skip the workouts or reach for junk food. But if you see yourself as a fit person, you'll take that action. You'll take the time to exercise most days, or every day, I should say. You'll take the time to, nourish your body with healthy food and healthy drink, because you have that picture inside your mind. Look at confidence. Leadership opportunities rarely go by to the smartest person in the room. They go to the one who believes that they belong at the very front of the room. We can also look at it in growth. We can ask ourselves that question. Think of the cycle of belief, behavior, and the results. And that reinforced belief that creates growth. Like if you believe you're capable, you're going to act boldly. Bold actions will always bring results, and results will then reinforce belief. And the cycle strengthens, and that's really where it affects growth in your life. But the opposite is true. Like if you have a poor self-image that creates hesitation, small actions, poor results, just reinforces the original picture that you have in your head. You bring those poor results around in your life. Look, it really is all about making a decision. It's about making a decision to stop holding back. It's about making a decision, if it's income that you're trying to create in your life or wealth, it's about a decision to get rich or to grow your business. Look at the different areas of your life where you think that you're lacking and start to make that change today. Make a decision. Write it down. Burn it into your conscious mind and then into your subconscious mind. Get that feeling of what you want and just take action and go for it. Please don't hesitate. And we can look at other ways. How can we upgrade that self-image? Well, the good news is, and I heard this said earlier, that self-image is not fixed, but you can change it. Now, you may ask yourself, what is the easiest way to change your self-image? I remember the late great Bob Proctor had a one-liner, which I thought was phenomenal, and he said, it can be as simple as changing the way that you dress each and every day. I just love that line from Bob. The man was a genius. But there's 4 practical ways here that you can start. And a lot of people will go down this road, which I think is really valid, but there's visualization. You can take a few minutes to see yourself as the person that you truly want to become. Your subconscious, remember, cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. Now, the conscious mind has the ability to accept or reject any thought. So it's up to you to choose what are you going to be accepting as a particular thought in your life. Are you going to go down the road of positivity? Are you going to be going down the road of negativity? Are you going to be going down the road where people will help encourage you and bring you forward? Are you going to stay back and not move forward in your life? But remember, the subconscious mind will believe exactly what it's given. So it's really, really important to nourish the subconscious mind with that right information, the right fuel that you need to drive you forward. So that's visualization, but you can have identity statements as well. You can write and repeat that kind of person that you want to become. For example, I had someone that was asking me about a money affirmation the last day, and they wanted to create €30,000 into their bank account every single month through the business that they were at. And they'd written, the statement that we'd written down was that I'm so happy and grateful that I'm earning in excess of €30,000 each and every month. And it was simple. It was just a one-liner, but that person is visualizing that in their mind the whole time. They're creating that identity statement with that. But also the environment. Who are the people that we're surrounding ourselves with? Who are the people that we're listening to? Who are the people that we're seeking mentorship from? Are they bringing you up to a new level, a different level? Are you prepared to go to a new level? Are you prepared to get out of that comfort zone? And it's really important that we start to look at the environment. We look at the tiny wins that we're having in our lives. It's not just about massive transformation. Massive transformation just doesn't come in, a couple of days. But you need to be that bit more consistent. Those consistent wins build up over a period of time, which helps give you an increased self-image. So every time you follow through and send your subconscious mind that message that this is who I am now. This is the team that I'm playing for. This is the direction that I want to go in. And upgrading your self-image is a process, but every little step that you take is going to shift that picture for you. A little bit that I've written down here, I said, I feel that it's important to be coachable to attain the results that you desire in your life. So each and every one of you have to be coachable, including myself. So to become coachable, there's probably 2 or 3 things that are required. You have the commitment to do the work. You need to operate like the person who you truly want to become. And then there's discipline required. I always feel discipline is vital in the road to progression because it's an area that all of us need to be able to develop. But again, placing the words of the late great Jim Rohn, he stated, have you the discipline to finish what you begin, to do a little bit better than you think you can do, and a little bit more than you think you can? He stated, have you non-negotiables in your life? So let's keep it something simple like making your bed every day. Do it a bit better the following day and a bit better again the following day. Because he stated that you're developing a willpower. And when you're developing a willpower, you're starting to control a better awareness of who you truly want to become. And by controlling a better awareness, you're increasing the energy that you want in your life. And increasing and controlling the energy that you want helps you to manifest what you really want to bring into your life. So it's all about that, developing the willpower, being disciplined and finishing and starting what you created. You're creating rituals, you're strengthening the willpower that you can tackle anything that's thrown at you. But it's all part of your self-image. No, there's also going to be things that are going to hold you back in life. It's just part of life. For every positive, there's going to be a negative, ups, downs, ins, outs, hot, cold, whatever it may be. We've often seen in the past, maybe a relationship that has held us back. Maybe it has been financial difficulties that have held us back. Maybe it has been a business deal that went completely wrong. It's part of life, but there's a task that I'd suggest you do because I was given it by my mentor before. And he stated he said, take out a simple sheet of paper, he said, blank piece of paper, and write down all the things that made you really angry, that frustrated you, that you felt might have stopped you from going forward. And when you finish writing all those things down, read it, and then go to your fireplace and safely, and I mean safely, burn that piece of paper. So what you're doing is you're symbolically letting go of that past, and you're prepared to move on. And forget about the past because you can't change that. You can only change today. Don't be ashamed of that old story because it controlled each and every one of us, and again, including me. My old story controlled me for so long. And what we're really trying to do is we're trying to get out of that comfort zone because, if it's income that you're trying to create on when you're looking at this video, to create that 6 or 7 figure identity, you must be able to develop a self-respect for yourself. You must be able to be prepared to walk away from the things that no longer hold you. And getting out of that comfort zone is really, really important, because nothing magical will ever happen when you're in the comfort zone. It just can't. Think of the great people of the past: Edmund Hillary, the Wright brothers, people that we know now, Steve Jobs, God be good to him, but Bill Gates, Richard Branson, J.K. Rowling, all those. Some of these people created a new world for us. But remember, they got out of the comfort zone and they created a new identity for themselves. So as we conclude this video, I really want to just say that self-image is everything for each and every one of us. It controls our health, our wealth, our relationships, the environment, every single thing. Try and just make a decision today, not even try, make a decision today that you're prepared to become the best version of you. I hope this video has been a help to somebody. If it is, please leave a comment in the box below, and if I can help you with anything, please contact me. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you. God bless you.